Hello and welcome to Sebastian Plays This. I'm Sebastian. It's been quite a while since I've recorded anything, but I figured it was time for a new Rimworld series. I've traditionally done a lot of series where I've had like one really powerful pawn and it's kind of just built up from there. But I decided I wanted to do something a little bit more vanilla, not as in no mods, because I have around 300, but more so because no one's particularly powerful. These are all just kind of random pawns that were in the pawn pool. And yeah, it is going to be a medieval playthrough. We do use Room of Magic, so there's going to be a lot of magic. It's just a big fantasy game. Yeah, I think it's time that we kind of introduce you to our new people. And first up, we have Hart. Hart is not a magic person. He's just a type of swords person. I don't know. He's got some martial ability. I don't know what it is. I actually had no idea that he was that. What are you? Well, it doesn't say, but he was a chivalrous knight on his home world before him and the rest of them were kind of banished because they supported the wrong side in a civil war. It's a whole thing on their medieval planet. He's got some okay skills. He's good at melee. Not really passionate about it, but that's fine. Good with animals, mining, cooking, all things really important to begin with. Then we got Tinin, which, as you can see, he was a young king, so I'm assuming this is who they supported in their civil war. They're trying to get him, like, made to be king, but it ultimately failed. Unfortunately, he will do nothing. He won't do dumb labor, and he won't do skilled labor. So he's kind of just, kind of the worst. Meanwhile, equally not particularly useful, we have. Oh, wait, no. Russell. Russell, you're the bad one. They will also do basically nothing, but thankfully, they're very intelligent and they're very social. So I think that means I could probably have them do wardening. Yeah, pretty sure I can. So that's probably what they'll do. They were an orphan originally, then a royal advisor. Maybe they're a royal advisor to Tinin. Then we have Pillar. She's 17, decent at construction, could be really good at crafting one day. I think she's going to wind up being just the backbone of this entire society. Then we have Primrose, who is 22, really good at shooting. Which I guess makes sense. She's got the archer background. And she's also gifted, which means that she could become a mage. Good with animals and crafting. And she's Fey blood. I don't really know exactly everything that means here. Does that mean that you have like any? Nope, she doesn't have any unique genes. But yeah, I think this will be a really good starting group, even if two of them are somewhat useless. As you can probably see, we do have a castle just abandoned kind of in the middle of our map. Actually, very in the middle of our map. I think what we're going to do to begin with is we are going to just get up some of these walls, fill in the gaps. I don't really think we do actually have like any wood to really do this, but it's a good goal. So we'll just clean that up to begin with. Just like that. Interesting. How does this go? I always like to make these things as symmetrical as I possibly can. Which this is 4 wide. This also needs to be 4 wide then. I don't think this was ever symmetrical. Very weird. Then we'll put up some doors over here. Which, because we're playing with the latest version, we actually get some double doors. We'll do 2. It's always good to have an airlock system of some kind when you start. But unfortunately, I feel like we might not have any wood, which is not good, because we have to convert that. We have to turn into timber from wood in order to make anything. And we are in a shrubland, so this is going to take some effort. Annoyingly, a lot of our trees seem to be fruit-bearing ones, so it would be kind of disappointing to cut them down. But thankfully, we do have these cactuses, or cacti. So that might be the way that we get wood for just a little while at least. And they grow back fairly quickly, so no big loss cutting these down. Okay, let's see if our fears are true. So this is raw wood, and this requires wood planks. Well, I guess we know what we're doing first. I honestly think this area would be a good spot to actually start doing a little workshop. Although we already have a stove, but the stove, I can't make anything with it, so it's actually just a decoration. So we're gonna install and install and uninstall, because we might be able to use these later. Actually, in fact, we're gonna, nope, we can only deconstruct this, so we're gonna do that. Which is nobody deconstructing. You should be. You know what, your number one thing from now on is gonna be these two things. Before I get too far ahead of myself, we're just gonna turn this into a big storage area. I don't necessarily think we're gonna be using this long term, but we just need a place to put anything right now. Priorities. We are stuck with some pretty standard tech, like medieval tech, so we're very, very low tech. But I do think we can still make timber. Yep, we can still make timber, even though it is going to be a process to make timber, unfortunately. I love medieval overall. In the dark of the night, there are wood planks. And iron ingots. I hope there's not more of those somewhere. No, there's not. I don't think so. Could you imagine if this was just laying all over the place? Well, anyhow, we now have our castle totally walled up, which is amazing. Progress. Now, wood is going to be a little bit of a commodity. Onions are also quite useful, so actually, we need food. So, slight deviation from my original thing I was going to talk about. Yeah, we're going to take all those, for sure. Wow. Just weirdly lucky. But what we need to do is get our floors made, because there is tilled soil. We do have a little bit of fertile land here. We actually have a decent amount considering our location, which I could have swore we were in just a desert. I didn't really think we were in a shrubland, but nope, we are in a shrubland. So I guess this is the difference. But what we're gonna do is get some tilled soil in here. We're gonna make the farm pretty big, just right off the bat. I know this is not like really the best way to do things, but you know, who cares? We'll do that. I figure this area is going to be good for, we could use this for wood, maybe fiber corn. Then we'll use this one for our food, or maybe we'll do food and the fiber corn here. That might be a better idea, because we're going to put the kitchen here, and less travel, the better. God, Pillar really is just the workhorse of this entire colony. I don't know how I can give her promotion, but we might have to find a way. You know, Primrose is also doing a lot of work. I'm kind of getting the impression that the women of this colony are just way better. Maybe we won't have a king. Maybe we'll turn this into a matriarchy. Down with the patriarchy, up with the matriarchy. That might actually be what we're doing, considering that it seems like the women are doing basically everything they need to survive. Something to consider when we get to customizing our ideology a little bit. speaking of our ideology, it's pretty standard as far as Rimworld goes. Embodied theist, old worlder, whatever. We do worship magic, or at least we venerate magic. So we are able to do rituals in order to like give ourselves different abilities, which is really cool. There is some little holdouts from their time on their home world where there is a little bit of misogyny because men can have two spouses, women can apparently just have the one. Um, I believe there's another one where its names are usually men's, I think, and spouse only, moderate. Yeah, there's probably going to be a big switch in how this works. Because I just don't think the people doing all the work are going to really follow along with this super well. Medical treatment needed for asthma. If regular... Okay, it requires regular tending to prevent symptoms. Oh. Is anyone good at medical? She is. Oh no. Don't have self-tend on, but she's not like that good, so. As long as we have... I mean, you've got a 2. I might as well have Russell do something, even though I feel like Russell won't do anything. Russell, is there any chance that you will do medical? Because you won't do skilled labor. Does that count as medical? It does. It actually does not. So Russell, guess what? You've earned yourself #1 doctor, #1 nurse, and #1 surgeon. He's bad at it now, but, maybe we could force him to be better. We also only have Pillar doing the actual growing, so we should actually make this be much more popular. And someone wants to send some guests to our colony. Well, we definitely can't do that yet, so we're just going to have to hold off. But yeah, we're going to make everybody grow. It's really the worst thing that can happen. Our best one is a level 4. The worst thing that can happen is they have to do it a couple times. When it wasn't raining, I didn't realize that we didn't have a roof everywhere. So I think that's a pretty important thing that we take care of right away. Or, well, probably Primrose or Pillar takes care of it. Considering everybody else that lives here doesn't do anything. There we go. Now they're actually sleeping inside when they sleep inside. And, don't know why we don't have one of these, but we should definitely have a wall here. And, because I think we're at that level, let's put in some doors. I don't necessarily know what these rooms are going to wind up being, but I do think maybe there will be a purpose for having 2 doors. Or maybe there won't be. Maybe there'll just be really fancy bedrooms. Who knows? Don't you dare knock that down. Our technology is so bad that we don't know how to make any kind of bed. So I think one of the first things we need to do is get a couple research spots going. And they'll work on something, and eventually we'll get furniture. But anyhow, we should definitely get some sleeping spots. And here. There's already 2. Sorry, so we just need 1 here. And just like that, there's a mad rat. You have a weapon. Kill it. Like, it is 1 rat. I'm definitely gonna make it so then you're not all just terrified of rats. Enough of that. Okay, well. That's the end of our first combat. I think the most fitting thing we could get research-wise would be Gothic vampire furniture. It has a medieval look to it, so let's do it. Okay, we are running low on food. Only got about 2 days worth. However, there is a hornet's nest. And there's royal jelly. Well, hornet jelly. So I think we're gonna take this out. Or do we not have to? Oh, this might be very anticlimactic then. It's gonna allow us to take those, and oh, we just have to deconstruct that? Okay, well. Well, that was easy. There we go, Gothic style furniture. Not like I think this is the best use of our wood right off the bat, or even our research for that matter. But beds are beds. They do cost cloth, which doesn't really feel great. Could I make a bigger one? I can. Is it really worth it? Yes, it is. Heart deserves a good bed. Even though I don't feel like... Yeah, that's going to take literally all of our cloth. Whatever. Heart deserves it. I do hate to admit how long this has taken me to learn. But I am going to put my butcher's block in a different room than my kitchen. I know. I've finally improved after like 1,200 hours or however long I have in this game. But it just seems like it's about time. Let's get that cooking table installed before I run out of resources. It's also taken me way too long to learn this, but we should definitely have the person with the highest cooking skill actually making the food. Yeah, that'll be so much better. Took a little while, but we do actually have some visitors. Let's see, who's our best talking person? He's got a 5. You got a 5. You've got a 10. 4, so definitely Russell. First, let's see if we can buy anything. It might kind of doom us a little bit. Okay, so here's what I am thinking. We could get some really good armor and put it on someone. This could be enough to save somebody's life. But we'd have to sell some hornet honey, which we're not particularly that good on food, but I do think it's worth it. We'll sell 10. And what if we sold all of it? No, we'll sell 10. No, let's sell all of it. It's not going to make a difference. So let's go ahead and pick up this new armor. Nice. Where did that go? Where did we put it? I feel like I always lose this stuff. It's definitely supposed to be somewhere. Oh, wait, there it is. It's just really tiny. Okay, so who's our best fighter? Our best fighter should definitely use it. You've got a 10. You've got a 7. You've got a 1. You've got 2. I guess that could honestly go to Tinin here. But, I mean, maybe that will be his calling, although he's already doing research. He is very intelligent. I mean, I guess it's going to have to go to Heart. I mean, if he looks cool, it'll all be worth it anyways. So, I wish he'd get the soup out of the way. I'd love to know if he actually looks cool. Okay, yeah, he does look cool. Worth it. Totally worth it. He can keep it. I mean, we are running low on food, and we found lemons, and you know what they say, when you find lemons, when life gives you lemons, you make... I don't know, you eat the lemons raw and have a horrible time. Pretty sure that's how it's supposed to go. Good thing this is a lot like the movie Holes, and there's just onions frickin' everywhere just growing. Else we'd be in a much worse situation. Alright, let's talk to this lady. She's got something to say. Hey, you've been traveling for weeks now, and we're hoping if we can make a few days rest. Your village. I guess you could call it a village. We won't trouble you, of course. We just need to relax for a bit. It's been hard on the road. I mean, sure, they're not... As long as they don't eat our food. If they do that, then... Whole other situation. Macy gives you a tired but beautiful smile. It's kind of you. Macy takes a deep breath, and her eyes glance over the village and beyond. This is a fantastic village. It fades in with beautiful nature all around perfectly. Sure. How are you guys doing here? We've put in a lot of work so far. Hope we'll make it through the winter. Yeah, tell me about it. Although I think we're permanent summer, so we don't have to worry too much. Schwarzen comes closer. I'm sure you'll be fine. We started building a settlement not far from here. Hopefully Jack runs out of booze soon, so you can finally plan out the rest of the buildings. Our constructors are anxious to get to work. Anyway, you should come visit us when we're done and give us a chance to repay you guys for the hospitality. Yeah, we would totally go by. Down bites her lip. That's a long story. But I guess we have time. We come from another planet. Hey, same. But on this war over powerful artifacts was the end of Veleron. My fiance died when we fled to our guild ship. I have no idea how we made it out alive before the planet's core collapsed. It's quite a story. Ours, well, we were kind of banished, but I guess we can lie and say we crashed here. Looks like she kind of wants to ally with us, which, yeah, we need all the friends we can, so we'll do that. Cool. Seems like we actually made some friends, so that's actually some progress. We now have enough food for 2 days. At least 2 days, and we're being raided. Oh, shoot. Well, I mean, it's literally just one guy. He's attacking immediately, though. Is he any good? He's good at melee. He won't do dumb labor, which is, that's the one thing we need. Or social. He's good at melee, though. He's good at plants. Does dumb labor include... It doesn't include planting, so we might actually have some use for him. What do you think the odds are that he heads over here and they don't murder him and they only knock him out? What do you think the odds are for that? I think they could happen. Oh, onions. Also important. Equally as important. Alright, guy. Let's see how this goes for you. Got a weird feeling it's not gonna go particularly well. I mean, you're just a guy with a knife. Okay, well, I guess that's that. It seems they shot him in the head multiple times. I think when he was down. Otherwise, if it wasn't for that, he would have been... That would have been really good. We don't really have that much wood, but I do think that we need to be able to see at night. Not so much because it's going to bother the pawns or me. More so because this will just make everything look better in the YouTube video. So, let's just deck this place out with some lights. I think we have enough wood to get something done. I have decided to also start growing some cotton because if we're going to be growing any kind of... Well, if we're going to be making any kind of bed, any kind of decent bed, we're going to need it. And once again, Pillar is more than doing her, pulling her own weight. Russell seems to have found himself a new hat, which I believe is, yeah. He immediately took the gift from our visitors. Which, Chosen Antler 2? What the hell is this? Made from armor and skulls looted on the battlefield. It's barbarian? I mean, that seems pretty cool. Is it any good? I actually don't know if this is good. It's good against sharp. I think that's about it. Huh. Oh, good for you, Russell. Kind of noticing our place is getting a little dirty. I want to know why that is. Is no one cleaning? Or, well, I mean, I guess I could have Heart do it. Although, if I can get Pillar to do it. Not Pillar, nor Primrose, actually. Really, unfortunately, he's the only one that will do it, so I guess I'm gonna make him his number one thing, just be cleaning for a while. Seems like a waste, but until we get someone else in here, that's all we can really do. What is this? The ambushed knight. Knight from refugee domain is calling from nearby. These guards were killed. Not too familiar with this faction, but he's only being followed by a man-hunting rat. I mean, we could definitely do that. Give us 8 honor, which I think should go to Pillar. She's by far like the most honorable person here, so that's what we'll do. Except for Pillar. And oh my god, what is your armor? What is this? Damask dress, damask, ancient acolyte robes. I can't make her drop them. That's sad. Now, stay here and we'll kill your rat. All right, the rat is here. It's gonna take all your skill to handle this, Tinin. I'm gonna have you do a really cool strike on it. Whoa, what the hell? Wait. No. I mean, I guess that's that. A little bit surprised that was like this quest. That was so easy. Game's going really easy on me, I guess. Maybe we should turn up the difficulty. We'll have to see. Maybe let me know in the comments if you want me to increase the difficulty. I think we're on like community builder for now. Just starting off really easy. But yeah, we might actually have to increase it a little bit. Anyhow, person, get the hell out of here. And looks like Pillar is now a Yeoman. Well, as soon as she actually does the thing, then she'll be that. We'll see. I don't know if I want her to go into psycasting or if I want her to actually become a mage. Excuse me, what the heck is adamantite? Are you good? Mineable rock containing adamantite. But what is it? Is this a good metal? Extreme density and hardness make ideal material for crafting armor and blunt weapons. Oh. We might, that might come in handy later. We have some new lovers, and thankfully, between 2 people actually pull their weight. They're Primrose and Heart. Primrose and Heart, how did that happen? Wish I were your mirror so that I can admire you all day long. I'm so in love with you, Heart. Let's be together. That is amazing that that worked out so well. I mean, we're gonna just turn this up. We need more colonists. Maybe they'll have like a really crappy child that could be like cleaning all the time. We could have Heart do anything else. By the way, aging is up by like 15 times faster. So every year is actually 15 years. So we're gonna probably get a couple generations in, I think. If anyone wants to keep track of a family tree, please. Might be important later. I'm really starting to get the idea that I really should not have this running. So we're gonna not have that be refueled for a while. I feel like it's warm enough. We don't have to worry about that. Just a big waste of 50 wood every few days. Oh, good gosh. We have a lot of stored research. We should maybe spend that. Which I think Dark Elf or High Elf or Wood Elf. Well, maybe we should do something that's maybe a little bit more sensible. Like, we need to do textile spinning, so otherwise we won't be able to make anything anyways. Textile spinning requires rustic furniture, which requires basic woodworking, which we can do all of that, which is perfect. And rustic storage. There we go. We just had a big upgrade. What do we need that for? We need that for something specific. For complex clothing. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think we should research. Dark elf equipment, high elf equipment, wood elf equipment. Let me know if you have a preference, and we might do that next time. Oh, Hart seems to have found that we own the Anomaly DLC. Do we dare investigate this? Imagine magic fantasy medieval Rimworld with the monolith, with all the Anomaly stuff going on. I've never actually done Anomaly. Yeah, another thing. Let me know in the comments if we should do that. I mean, the only way I'm doing any of the Anomaly stuff is just if I'm forced to by viewers. So, get the pressure on, I guess. All right, I do think that's where we'll end it for today, though. Things are going pretty well. Not a bad start. We have this castle a little bit fortified. We have our crops and everything. Really, we got a lot done. Our cotton crops probably won't be coming in until the next episode, but that's totally fine. Yeah, we have a decent supply of wood now. We have that. And yeah. Anyhow, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I think if you watch on mobile, every time I say subscribe, it lights up at the bottom. So that's neat. But anyhow, I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, hope you have a good day and talk to you later. Till then, bye.